Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to this week's Oracle and Tarot reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile number 1. So if you chose the first card, you chose Alliance. And this sort of looks like a medicine woman, healer to me. A lot of red around her. Also, this looks like it could be possibly a dream catcher or a type of drum. And it looks like it has north, east, south, and west. But also just different colors could be representing something specific to you. So I feel like this person is very grounded and stable. Again, some type of healer. I feel like the message coming through for you as we look red under red. An alliance. My heart is open. I am in charge of my emotions. And let me move over here. I refuse to compare myself to others. I am unique and perfect just as I am in the moment. So I feel like this alliance is about you, a reconciliation. I feel like you are reaching a point in your life where you have become really focused on your needs in a healthy way, and you're learning to let go of, I don't want to say things, but this is more about people. Perhaps you've allowed judgments to rule your life. Maybe you were a people pleaser. You wanted to be seen in a certain way. You had fears that people might not respect or appreciate you for who you are. But I feel like you're coming into balance with your own truth. Your heart is open, which tells me not just to others, but to yourself, which is very powerful. And blue is a very calming color. I notice red and blue also here. And blue, like you're speaking to yourself in a very loving way. You take time out when you need it. You pay more attention to, especially if you've been pushing yourself, you get to a point where maybe in the past you would have just kept going until you were just completely spent and exhausted, but now you're like, you see that you need a little break and you give that to yourself. You respect your body, you respect yourself. Your heart is open, you're more loving and compassionate towards yourself. Excuse me. And again, I like the red is coming through, a grounding, but also standing in your power. Because look, we have red and yellow, and she's wearing a cape. She's a superhero. Actually, I didn't pull those up, sorry. I am in charge of my emotions. And I'm sorry, my heart is open. I'm being guided to read a little bit different today, so sorry. I usually go individually each card, but I'm feeling like a whole message with all 4 cards here. And of course individually. But the alliance is coming to terms with yourself, your needs, your wants, how you're handling situations and people around you. You're more in control of your emotions. Again, caring and loving and noticing when you need something. And also you might have been more of a giver. You're constantly giving, but you're learning to balance that out. And remember what I was saying about people pleasing also. And this green, again, heart coming through, but also earth. Like this is a very grounding, earthing reading to me so far. I refuse to compare myself to others. I am unique and perfect just as I am in the moment. Again, confirmation, who you are, what you're capable of. I feel like this is the first time in your life that you really love and appreciate yourself in a way that you haven't before. Your personal boundaries, your mental, your emotional, like you're really starting to come into your own. The power within you and what you're capable of doing, and you're not afraid to show that anymore. You're just so expressive in this energy, in this balance, like overall, you know, superhero energy. And again, maybe you're someone that does power posing or power posturing. This is also a great technique. I often mention it in my Reiki videos that I love to do. So if you're not familiar with power posing, look it up. It's very powerful. And let's go a little deeper with the tarot. And remember how I was saying coming into your power? Look at the first card here, solar plexus. And oops, let me grab my glasses. I can't believe I forgot to put them on. Let me look up this. I don't have these memorized yet. So the first symbol, this is, sorry if my hands are moving around, Venus, love and pleasure. And the zodiac is, let me see, Scorpio, dreams, lots of options, choices, and multiple possibilities, opportunities, picking up and choosing decisions, procrastination, dreaming, fantasy, illusion, wishful thinking, imagination, hallucinations, and meditation. Okay, so again, I feel like this is part of your spiritual awakening, spiritual process that you're coming into. Look at all of those 7 of cups. There's something in each cup. I can't really tell what they are. It looks like crystals. It looks like fruit, grain, like all of these special gifts you're coming into because of that solar plexus power. You're believing in yourself. You're having daydreams, maybe hallucinations, like you're really starting to plan. Now that you're confident with who you are, you're starting to pursue those dreams that you thought might not have been possible. So coming into that, you know, wish fulfillment, pursuing, starting your dream life. And let's see your second card. Third eye, teamwork. And let me see, sorry, I have to look at a second card for this. These are different, a different set of tarot cards, beginner tarot cards, pardon me, and I don't have those symbols memorized yet. So we have Mars, and your zodiac chart is, where is it? Capricorn, 3 of Pentacles. Apprenticeship, learning, studying, growing, hard work, commitment, building on success, collaboration, teamwork, determination, goals, dedication, quality, attention to detail, trade person, achievements, recognition, reward. Okay, so tapping into your third eye, visions. Remember what we were just talking about over here? Coming into your power and who you are and starting to pursue your dreams, believing that you can achieve them. And this is the next step, teamwork. So some of these things that you're planning on achieving and accomplishing, you're going to be doing with a person or possibly several people. They're going to help support you. You're going to be creating something amazing. I can just feel really good, powerful energy with this. Paying attention to detail, achievements, awards. People are going to come to recognize you. Whatever this is you're creating, it's going to be very, what's the word, fascinating and interesting. Like, people are going to want to know what this is about. Who are the people that are responsible? They're going to be very curious and fascinated with this work, whatever this is that you're about to create. Okay, and the next tarot is Foresight. And we have third eye again. So I feel like, again, because you're coming into your own and your power, you feel more confident. So you're also tapping and trusting your intuition in ways that you didn't before. Like when you get an idea out of the blue or something comes to you, instead of doubting it or maybe just passing it off, you're starting to investigate. Like you get excited, you're inspired to take it to the next level, to look deeper into it. And the planetary chart, the sun, and the zodiac is Aries, 3 of Wands, travel, moving abroad, foreign land, Foresight, planning, or forward planning, moving forward, self-confidence coming through again, self-belief, freedom, success, happy with choices, outcome, hard work paying off, experiencing life. So this is a confirmation to everything we just talked about leading up to where it's going. This is what you can expect because you're coming into your own. You're grounded, you're in touch with your heart, your intuition, you're working with people that inspire and move you. And there's a mutual respect in a way that there hasn't been before. This is going to bring more freedom, and it's confirming success again, where it was talking about that over here. And this is going to allow you to travel. Perhaps whatever it is you're creating is going to expand where you're traveling more to offer, or it might just be traveling in general because you've been so successful. You could be someone that's wanted to take trips or vacations, and perhaps you haven't been able to, and this is going to allow that freedom, whether it's with work or just play. Very interesting. And let's see, we have one more tarot. Oh, sorry, let me take a drink real quick. My throat is already starting to fade out on me. Okay, and the next tarot is apathy. And we have throat chakra. Throat chakra coming up again. This is the third time. Let me see, the moon, we have, let me see, oh, the moon, sorry, that's just the moon for the planetary chart. And Cancer, Four of Cups. Regret, refusing offers, missed opportunities, stagnation, disillusion, focusing on the negative, self-absorption, depression, boredom, nostalgia, frustration, weariness, meditation, daydreaming, fantasizing. Okay, daydreaming and fantasizing coming up again, but see how this person's kind of sitting under the tree with their arms crossed? And look at that, Four of Cups, there's a hand, they're trying to offer it, but you know, this person is like, nope, I'm not having it. So I feel like this is a little reminder to you. The universe wants you to remember where you came from. I talk about this often, how we can, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. We're excited to be in the moment and do what we love and take time to enjoy it. But don't forget, like I feel this is kind of where you were. This is how you thought before. You weren't living at your full potential yet. You still had some shadow work and healing, possibly traumas to deal with. But the universe is saying, remember where you came from. Remember how much you have achieved. Remember how you were, how you thought. And sometimes I always try to do this myself, but sometimes we can start to forget, and I'll ask the universe. Recently I did this. I said, help me remember, show me how much I've improved, where I've come from. And boy, let me tell you, I was like, oh my God, when that started coming in for me, I was like, holy cow, I don't ever want to be that person again. How did I even live as long as I did? It was so horrible. I was like, oh my gosh. And just being so grateful and excited and thankful for that precious moment showing me, reminding me how far I've come. Okay, sorry, hopefully you can't hear that water. Okay, and so I used my Crystal Spirits deck, and for those of you that are my cards are a little off center. Those of you that work with crystals, I asked specifically what was the best crystal, and Mookaite Jasper came through. And look at that, red and yellow, grounding, personal power, fire. And I'm going to read a little bit about this actually. I always, those of you that know my channel, I have a big Mookaite slab that I often use in my sessions, and I just thought that was so incredible how they lined up. Number 36. The essential meaning is risk, adventure, new experiences. Let me just show you in case you want to see that. But I need to pull it closer so I can see. Risk adventure, new experiences, exploring unknown territory. Claiming personal power. So this is huge for you. I mean, solar plex is coming through so powerfully. The heart healing, the grounding, the balancing, this, stepping up into who you are, a very powerful spiritual movement and activations and healings, fire energy coming through, whether you're a fire sign or not. Mukai Jasper is here to tell you that life is meant to be lived. So be adventurous now, which that's exactly what your reading's saying. Do not hold back and protect yourself from getting hurt. For this crystal has appeared to encourage you to take the leap, take the risk, and draw confidence from knowing you have the conscious universe as your ally. Let go of worries and your old beliefs and fears about the dragons that await you if you dare to step out into the unknown. Risk-taking is required now, and that's exactly what this reading is saying, step by step, that you're doing. Mukai Jasper Spirit is that the adventure before you is one of discovery, and wondrous gifts await you. New ideas, new partners, new experiences, possibilities for achieving what you desire. Be bold and venture forth. And also, Mukai is great for the lower chakras. And this is talking about new ideas and possibilities, achieving your desire. So remember, over here, it was talking about dreams and teamwork, doing something on a grand scale, coming together with people to share this. So amazing. It's just confirmation after confirmation. And the last two cards I have, and look at that again, red and yellow. That is incredible. Grounding, sink your roots deep, connect them to the heart of the earth. And red jasper also is a nice stone to use. So reminding you that is where your power is, how you can instantly snap back if you start to sway a little bit. Okay, and the last message, orange and yellow, mostly yellow, but again, reds, oranges, and yellows coming out. Passion, turn your fear of change into excitement for change. Tiger eye are the stones. And actually, I think, let me just grab this real quick. This was for the red jasper, and this was the tiger eye. So beautiful. Those are your messages for the week. I hope they are helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam. Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to this week's Oracle and Tarot reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile number 2. And if you chose this card, you chose connection. And she looks very earthy, sort of like, I would say, a sprite or a fairy, an earth goddess of some sort. She's very connected to both land and water. Actually, she could be underwater, but that looks like seaweed. There's a lot of green, but there's also some starfish. I'm not sure what the spiritual meaning for starfish is. I'll probably fit that in as I edit. So connection. And we also have, today I choose happiness. I find life to be a rewarding and exciting adventure. I persevere through all things, no matter what life throws my way. So more of a connection to, more of a connection to yourself, to others, but not just that. You're more balanced, and also your gifts and connecting with the universe, the planet, nature in general. You might be, I'm hearing the word healer, some sort of healer, or maybe you go out and do some type of work on the land. I know there are a lot of people right now that go out and work on the nodes and heal the earth and work on grids and things like that. So that might be something you're doing. but just a deep planetary connection with everything in a way that you haven't. And also, as far as healing, something that's helped you to get to where you are. You're choosing happiness, where before you might have just allowed things to go however. You'd wake up, you'd get up, you didn't do any morning priming, you didn't program yourself, you didn't have any meditations or affirmations, you just kind of let things go. But now you've learned happiness is a choice, and you've learned that you can control and manipulate in a healthy way, not in a bad way. Normally when we hear those words, we automatically think of something bad, but you're learning how to manifest, how to manipulate energy, how to work with matter. You're choosing happiness. You're becoming more of an alchemist. There we go. That's the perfect word. An alchemist creates, an alchemist works with nature, the seen and the unseen. So becoming more spiritually awakened, being that alchemist, choosing happiness, which attracts even more of what you desire. And also look at those bubbles. You know, I think that's a little girl, it could be an adult, but connecting to your inner child, playing, becoming more playful in life. And I'm just noticing the peach in this, and also both of these have a lot of peach and some peach over there. I know peach is a very soothing and uplifting, a joyful, playful color. And I find life to be a rewarding, exciting adventure. So with the happiness, again, learning to be the alchemist, creating the life that you want to live, the life you want to see around you by changing how you feel, how you think inside. Again, nature coming through with the birds, the flowers, and the trees. And I persevere through all things, no matter what life brings me. And I just noticed again, birds are a symbol of freedom. So this is bringing you more freedom into your life. And you keep going. I feel like maybe before some of you may have given up a lot easier, or you might not have even started something. Like you would be inspired and you'd want to do something, but then you would think, oh, 4:04 on the timer on my clock. You would get all excited and you would be ready to take inspired action with what the universe just sent you, but then you would allow yourself to start thinking about it instead of acting, and you weren't quite in the state of mind that you are now. And so you would just give up. You would just think, oh, I probably can't do this, or for whatever reason you held back. But now I feel like this is something that you have learned. You are persevering. Like if things don't go your way, you don't allow it to hold you back. You don't see it as defeat. You see it as a challenge. You see it as a lesson, something fun. You're learning to look at it again through child eyes instead of adult eyes, and seeing or thinking all the bad things that could happen, or this probably won't work. You're learning to have fun and joy and connecting, changing again energy, matter, working with that, creating, visualizing, manifesting, creating that joy in the heart. Because when we feel that love and that abundance, that's what we start attracting and pulling to us. And you just keep going no matter what's happening. Even if it's great, you know, of course that inspires us more. But if you feel like you're hitting a wall, you know to just take time, see it with new, fresh eyes, take a break, and you just keep going. You don't quit or give up. And let's go a little deeper with the tarot. Solar plexus. And let me see. The zodiac is Virgo, and the planetary chart is the Sun. 8 of Pentacles, and as we know, 8 is an abundance number. New jobs, self-employment, building business, trade, reputation, craftsmanship, quality, master, expertise, hard work, commitment, dedication, concentration, success, accomplishment, ambition, confidence, results, rewards. Oh, sorry, let me grab a drink real quick. Oh my gosh. Okay, so some of you may be on the verge of this, and some of you are already in it because of the connection with yourself, the elements, the universe, the divine, the guides, the way you've changed how you see things, how you act. This is bringing more abundance into your life in all ways. I mean, financially, sure, but it's so much more than that. Like, you're really coming into balance with these things. Again, an alchemist knows exactly how that works, what to do. And the next tarot we have is root chakra, number 21, the world. The world is your oyster, is what I'm hearing. And let me see, the zodiac is, oh, where is it? I'm sorry, it's not the zodiac, it's the planetary chart. The planetary chart is Saturn. Success, again, look at that, success and achievement coming through twice. Accomplishment, travel, completion, fulfillment, sense of belonging, wholeness, the end, reaching your goal, expanded horizons, physical and emotional health. All that's well ends well. Whatever you've been working on is already done. And we often hear that when we're manifesting, or people talk about manifesting and they say, you know, feel like it's already done. Again, major alchemist energy, goddess energy coming through. I'm hearing Kuan Yin. But this reflects so much on what that card just said. So that is amazing. The world is your oyster. You're very grounded in who you are, connected with the earth. I like all of that red coming through. You're courageous, you're balanced. We have an eagle up there, birds coming through again, more freedom in your life, expanded consciousness, awareness. Amazing. And let me see, the next tarot is excuse me, throat chakra, number 5, the Hierophant. And the planetary chart is, hopefully my hand is steady, I'm trying to look at 2 different cards. The planetary chart is Venus, and the zodiac chart is Taurus. Traditional institutions, traditional values, conventional conformity, marriage, commitment, religious beliefs, knowledge, sharing, social groups, education, knowledge, beliefs. Okay, immediately I'm hearing background. So a lot of you come from this type of background, and that could have been a bit of a hindrance. I feel like some of you, it's taken many years to get to where you are because of the traditions. They can be a bit of a hindrance. Oh, I choose which traditions to embrace and how I do it. Yes, exactly. I feel like a lot of you, because of this path and learning how things actually work, being able to control and manipulate the energies, again, matter, manifesting, alchemy, you are seeing things with completely different eyes. You're speaking what you desire into existence. I feel like that's a huge part of alchemy. I know it is for me. Thinking is powerful, but the words, you're sending the vibrations out into the universe. You're speaking powerfully to others, to yourself, what you want to see, what you want to create. Again, through the happiness, through the connection with nature, the seen, the unseen, and seeing things with completely different eyes and continuing to grow. You're setting up, I feel like some of you are a teacher, or you're going to be a teacher, and you're bringing in a new generation. It doesn't necessarily mean a new generation of people, but like children, which it could be, but also you're teaching adults. Like, helping people that came from the same type of background. You are changing the standards. You're changing the truth of how things are now seen and how things work. You're very powerful. You might be creating some kind of school or one-on-one or public speaking, but you're showing people a different way. You know, what we believe is what we create, and the world is changing so much now. You know, we're experiencing a lot of the things that we believed before aren't necessarily true, or they're not working anymore. So you are going to be helping, again, a new generation of people to come into their own. Because I know a lot of people are feeling lost, especially, not everyone, some younger people, some older people, depending on how they were raised. And if they're, if they're doing the work, they're going to be guided to the right information. So people will be guided to you. But there's that period where they can feel very lost, but you're going to give them hope and show them a completely different way. And now solar plexus, see, root chakra, you're very grounded and stable. You're speaking into existence, the truth, the new reality, and you're very strong and powerful and confident in who you are and what you're able to do. 7 of Pentacles. And we have, let me see, the planetary chart is, oh, sorry guys, I think I'm looking at the wrong, where is it? Let me check. The zodiac chart is Taurus coming through again, and the planetary chart is Saturn. Sorry about that. Took me a minute. 7 of Pentacles, things coming to fruition, hard work paying off, harvest, rewards, profits, results, payouts, manifestation of ideas and goals, inheritance, cultivation, growing, gestation, nurturing, perseverance, patience, and planning. And I love that this came out right beside a perseverance, because if you hadn't learned how to stick with it and persevere and get through things, none of this will be possible. But this is telling you everything you're doing is and will be working, but you're the alchemist. You already know that. And this is just confirming, yes, you're on the right path. You're doing, what works for you, and what you want to achieve is happening. It's coming into fruition. Beautiful reading. Holy cow. And if you were attracted to the first one, that one was also very spiritual and similar in some ways. And something you might not know about my readings, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I always find it so fascinating. When most people do a reading, they use all the cards and then they reshuffle. I don't do that. Whatever I pull stays out. Then I pull for the second and then for the third. So I always find it amazing when very similar readings come through, even though I didn't put the same cards back in the deck. I hope I explained that right. I'm sorry. And I asked specifically for the Crystal Spirits deck, what would be the best crystal for you to work with, or stone plus sodalite coming through, number 52. And again, we've got throat chakra. Sodalite is especially great for that as well. And I'm going to read a little bit real quick. 52 is the number. Let me show you in case you want to freeze that. Okay, so the essential meaning: intentionally conscious awareness, an awakened state, inner knowing, and self-confidence, clear expression, and intentions, which every card is expressing that. So no wonder how exciting that came out. A state of conscious awareness is the key to clearly communicating your intentions to the conscious universe. Alchemy, again. The message of this crystal is to be fully awake as you make choices, large and small, that will influence your well-being. It's when we fall asleep to our spiritual nature and connect with universal consciousness that old habits return. and we forget our commitment to personal transformation. Sodalite has appeared to help wake you up and notice whether you're becoming complacent and not following through as you promised yourself you would. Now is the time to reconnect with the conscious universe so that Sodalite spirit can magnify your awareness, helping you to recognize whether your conscious or subconscious intentions are in sync. And from this reading, they definitely are. But I feel like this is a reminder if you start to sometimes we can go backwards, but I don't feel that's going to be an issue with you at all. Okay, and 2 cards left, and let me show you the 2 cards. Look at that, third eye coming through twice for you. The first message is intuition. Intuition is the little tug that pulls you towards the light, and amethyst is the crystal. So I feel like that is, also a major part of this for you. Being alchemy, we really learn to trust the universe, to connect with that inner essence, that divine communication, our intuition, and follow up on those, taking those inspired actions, and trusting your intuition is the contact with a higher source of knowledge. Yes, tourmaline. So 3 crystals, sodalite being the main one. Wow, what an expansive, amazing reading for you. You go, alchemist. You're doing great things in the world. So those are your messages for the week. I hope they're helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam. Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to this week's Oracle and Tarot reading. If you chose pile number 3, you chose unity. And we have an angelic being holding the earth. So right away I'm hearing conscious connection, above and below, divinity, coming together. I'm feeling this, all 3 of these have been very spiritual today. I feel like a lot of you have recently made some major upgrades and evolution in your consciousness. This unity coming together, and both spiritually, emotionally, but also you're very grounded on earth, you're very focused, you're in balance with what's going on. Also a very fiery passion with the orange and the yellows, standing in your power, and just really coming forward in a way that you haven't before. Just like you don't even, there's no hesitation. You're just like, I'm here, I'm doing this, let's go. Very inspiring. Okay, I am my own person. This world does not define me. I am constantly learning and growing. I am not defined by the mistakes of yesterday. Okay, so these are, I feel like these were a few of the things that might have been holding you back. And again, the unity within the spiritual consciousness. Again, as I was saying, how you're coming into your power, your significant purpose. You don't allow the world to influence you in a way that you had before. You could have been easily manipulated, intentionally, unintentionally, or maybe you would watch something on the news and take it to heart to be truth, where we know most of our news these days are lies, fake news. So you're not allowing these things to define you. Even if it's something that might upset you, you just remember to take a breath, to calm down and just think this might not be true, but even if it is, you don't have to let it define you. You don't have to give in and allow it to destroy your day or your physical, your emotional. You're learning to see and handle these things in a more mature and somewhat healthy way. I don't know if that's the right word. You've learned different tools and techniques on how to handle things, and you don't allow that to control you anymore. And I am constantly learning and growing Look at that beautiful garden, masculine energy coming in, yellow, joyous, uplifting color with all the earthy greens and beautiful flowers, the chakra colors. Look at that. As I was saying, with this card, you have techniques that you have learned, tools, and you handle yourself completely different. You're always making efforts to learn and grow in some way. Even if it's just something simple each day, you try to make more of an effort to stay grounded and focused and just learning and using these tools. And you're not defined by the mistakes of yesterday. So you may have been very hard on yourself at some point. I know we all do, especially depending on, you know, our background, how we were treated as a child by our parents and, you know, friends, relatives. We may have been very hard and blamed ourselves, low self-esteem, and I feel like you have healed, you've learned. You know, the mistakes do not have to define you. That's not who you are. It's just how we learn. It's how you learn. And, you know, we learn the lesson from that mistake and we let it go and just make a conscious effort not to do it again. But if we do, you know, don't be down on yourself. There's still something there that you need to learn that you didn't get the first time. So let's go a little deeper with our tarot. Conflict, root chakra. And look at the peach. Again, lots of peaches coming through. 5 of Wands. And let me see what the planetary chart is. Saturn. And the zodiac is Leo. Conflicts, fighting, arguments, rows, disagreements, struggle, opposition, battles, aggression, temper, clashing, personalities, ego, ego strikes and chaos, disobedience, being defensive, territorial, assertive. Okay, now hearing that this is, for many of you, this is what part of that struggle was as well. You went through a lot of this. It was very difficult for you. And a lot of times you would fall back. You would make progress. 4433 on the timer. You would move forward, you'd make progress, but then somehow you would slip backwards, and you were constantly battling not just the people, but also yourself. So there was this constant struggle going on while you were trying to overcome these things. And 5 of Wands, conflict. Okay, that's enough on that one. And let me see, the next tarot is, again, more peaches, oranges, and yellows coming through. That seems to be an overall theme so far. Choice, third eye. And the planetary chart is Mars. And the zodiac is, where'd it go? Aries. 2 of Wands, choice. 2 paths, decisions, options, planning. Grass is always greener on the other side. Immigration, suddenly leaving, deciding to stay or go, waiting, anticipation, ouch. Restfulness, detachments, withdrawals, wanderlust. Okay, so this was how things were before, and you finally got to the point in your life where you realized that where it's talking about 2 paths, you knew that there were choices that had to be made. Something had to be done, otherwise you were just going to keep going through these cycles, and you had enough. Like, I feel the energy of just really being tired and beaten down and exhausted, and, you know, almost rock bottom, maybe rock bottom for some of you, but that's what it took to get your attention. You know, you're not alone. I'm one of those people as well. It took me rock bottom a couple of times to finally turn my life around, and there's no shame in that. It's just, you know, we can be very stubborn and hard-headed sometimes, or, you know, we just feel lost and we don't realize there's another way until we're just so fed up and emotionally drained and depressed. It's like, oh God, I can't live like this anymore. Something has to change. And that's exactly what you did. So be proud of that. You finally made the change. You started to do the work. And the next tarot is balance. I love it. Conflict, choice, and now balance. Two of Pentacles. Third eye. Again, third eye. So I feel like you were really starting to come into your intuition, maybe in a way that you weren't before, or you were ignoring it. But that, by following that intuition, is what helped start to move you, change your life, and get you out of what you were going through. And let me see, the planetary chart is, where is it? Sorry, I'm having a hard time finding that one. Oh, here we go. Jupiter, and the zodiac chart. Oh no, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. And the zodiac chart is, oh, where'd it go? Capricorn. Thank you for your patience. Balance, resourcefulness, ups and downs. We were just talking about that. Adaptability, flexibility, juggling life, juggling money, transferring money. Okay, so that, I feel like that has to do with where you were coming from. Maybe you were in a relationship and someone was controlling your money, or you had like a joint account, but you took your power back. You separated. Profit and loss, income and outgoings, financial decisions, financial stress, partnership. Okay, so for some of you, it was business related. That was a big chunk of the problem. And for some, it was 4844 on the clock. And for some of you, it could have been a marriage, or just common law marriage, or some type of relationship, financial partner business, or financially a love interest. And so you took control of this, took charge of this. This was another thing that was going on with, I mean, like, it was everything with you. It wasn't just one or two things. It was just like a major life crisis. It was just one thing after another, and you just felt so overwhelmed. You know, no wonder it took a long time. Be proud of the work that you have done, the unity you're coming back into, balance and unity with yourself, with the divine. I feel like there was a major separation with that as well. You didn't feel, you felt like you didn't have anyone. There was some type of spiritual crisis, or what is it, spiritually bankrupt. Morally, you know, you might have been very depressed and just everything out of control. So this is saying how everything is starting to be restored, coming back into balance and harmony. And a lot of it had to do with money and relationships, which, no surprise, that's a lot of, you know, a major problem many people have. Those are two of the hot topics. Okay, and the last tarot, death. Very exciting. Number 13. I am willing to let go of the past version of myself. Yes, that's what you've had to do. Again, the conflict, you made the choice, you started bringing everything into balance. Death of the old, I love it. And heart chakra with the green over here. Beautiful. You started to unify with yourself, love yourself, heal your heart from all of these traumas. And that just that cycle, it just went on and on and on, is what I'm hearing. So this has not been an easy journey for you at all. And let me see, the planetary chart. Oh, what is that? Oh, my candle's making a strange noise. Pluto, and the zodiac is Virgo. Oh wait, that's not Virgo. It's Scorpio. Sorry about that. Okay, spiritual transformation. Remember how, look, third eye, you're grounded here, but remember how I was saying you felt spiritually bankrupt and you felt like you weren't connected in the way that you are now. Spiritual transformation, new beginnings, letting go, endings, change, transition, sudden, unexpected upheaval and endings, release, cleansing, purging, revitalization, stripping away the worthless matter, liberation through purgation, I guess, like purgate, I can't say it. I don't know if that means like purgatory, purgation, oh my God, I can't say it. Never mind. The word's right there. And no, look at that. You're saying no. You've had enough. Enough is enough. You've worked through it. You're willing to let go of past version of yourself. Your heart is healed. You're spiritually connected again. You feel empowered in a way that you haven't. You're realizing that you can take control. You can balance everything out. You can have the life that you truly desire. Wow, beautiful. It's been like, I feel your energy, like I feel the struggle and the difficulty, and this has not been an easy task. Excuse me, I had to take a drink there. So reflect on that. Be proud. The struggle, it's just, I know, I've been there. I can relate to this reading so much. But you know what? We did it. We got through the worst of it. We're making progress, and just keep going. Excuse me. And so I pulled out the Crystal Spirits deck, and I asked what specific crystal or stone would benefit you the most, and the one that came through is petalite. And I don't know the meaning of this yet, but I am noticing, look at all of those high consciousness, all those purples and indigos, number 42. And I am going to read a little bit from the book. Okay, number 42, petalite, in case you want to read it yourself. Essential meaning is witnessing the observer, an ability to detach the impersonal quality of the universe. And that again is going with, remember how I was saying you felt so detached from that and felt alone, and over here it's talking about spiritual transformation coming back into that. Sometimes life feels too close for comfort. Decisions are difficult to make when you're taking life so personally. This is particularly true for empaths and sensitives. The petalite spirit arrives, when the petalite spirit arrives, it's here to give you the ability to step back and observe with detachment and neutrality. There is a place within you that allows you to observe without emotions. And I feel like that's been another big part of the journey for you. Going through trauma after trauma and just cycles like this, it really disturbs your emotional body, as well as, just constantly being in an uproar and an emotional state like that. You can't make good decisions. You just feel drained. And, that makes it even more difficult to get through things like this. Okay, see the world with the perspective of acceptance, trying to change not what you see as external to you, but rather the lens through which you perceive it. Now is the time to step back and observe what is in front of you. Are you reacting to something that is triggering you? Or are you overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information that you need to process and the time required to sort things out? Petalite Spirit reminds you that a clear, detached manner will empower you to understand the true nature of what is in front of you and take the steps in your own time. Sorry. Okay, so I feel like this is a little reminder because you're still working through some of this, and this is a new way for you to live and think, that you can easily be triggered by some of those past things. You might still need to do a little bit of work. This is a reminder to not overreact and get caught up in the emotional state, but just to detach, to step back, take the time you need and reflect on it, and to keep using the tools that you have that has gotten you to where you are, not allowing yourself to get sucked back in to the old ways. And I have 2 last cards, and look at that crown chakra coming out next to the purple again. How light is the stone recommended here? To see more clearly, close your eyes. Meditation. And since you have become, you're more in touch with your, again, unity, bringing you back to the divine that has always been in and around you, learning to reconnect. I feel meditation, some type of meditation, is one of the most important things for you that helps you stay where you are and ground you and help you to stay focused and handle things in a new way that's very transformative for you. And the last card, oh, how perfect for you. Out of chaos comes creation. Amazonite, carnelian, peach moonstone. As I was saying, all those peaches coming through. Red jasper, chakra balance, and cycles. Oops, sorry. Cycles is exactly what you've been going through. Cycle after cycle of the same repeated thing, or very similar. And this is just reminding you, when you go through cycles, again, besides the meditation and the stones that help you, when you realize you're going through a cycle, pay attention to the specific tools that help you the most, like meditation, reiki, crystals and stones, and to just focus, be aligned, and be in balance. Make sure all of those chakras are aligned, and that will help keep you in the right state of mind, in balance, and connected with the divine and your guides. Wow, very beautiful, very powerful too. Again, be proud of the work you've done. Reflect, remember where you came from and all that it took, and that will help you stay in that moment and stay where you are, because the further you get away from who you used to be, again, is that a death card? Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, the death card. The further you get away from who you used to be and how you used to be, that will help motivate you, because believe me, the longer you stay away from it and the healthier you get, the healing continues, the less you'll want to go back to that. You won't fall into those traps where sometimes, as we're just starting the journey in the healing, we can often backslide into old habits and ways of living. But just keep going, stay balanced and connected, and you'll be fine. So those are your messages for the week. I hope they were helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam.